Zine sends it across the field. Now it's back behind the rack again. Looks like he was trying to sneak up behind the cage. It didn't work. And it looks like it is going to be Cameron Moore picking up the rock.
Great awareness there by Cameron Moore to pick up the rock with a sloppy pass. And that's going to lead to another second chance possession.
Chase Warner. Going to put that pearl in the back of the cage. Just shoots over and out.
ASU's got to communicate. You know, they got to call out who's hot, who's going to slide. You know, I really don't hear anything from the defense right now.
CSU still in possession. It's Blake Warner behind the cage.
Nice double there. He's wide open.
Another great shot. That one stopped.
That's a nice shot on cage, but a great save by Cameron Moore.
Zion Collins no good. Cameron Moore, couple saves here in his not his debut game, but the first game he's began taking shots at. CSU, another shot, another save by Moore.
Excellent skip pass, a nice shot. It changed planes, but Cameron Moore just got his stick low to the ground, and here comes ASU.
Kendall Griffin run the ball up quick.
Oh.
Just overthrown, though. That's going to go straight to a CSU player to the long stick.
Here comes a fast break.
Alfred throws it up.
And then Colorado State, you hear their coach yelling yellow. That's a call to slow it down and get more settled instead of pushing for the fast break.
O'Connell with it. Good job by the Sun Devils there, stopping that fast break. There's so many times where you'll just see an open lane picked up by the defense. Coming back around now. Dom Sander swings it back up top. Grant Woods. Pearl now with Ashton Monheiser. Josh O'Connell. Both teams spend their time around the crease. McGee stopped. Back out to McConnell.
Nice pick. No one's on him.
And Josh McConnell puts in number 3 for the Rams with 4:55 to go.
Would open this up with Grant Alfred's pick. Josh O'Connell just ran around the outside. No one on the defense is communicating. No one slid, and it was just an easy bounce shot for Josh O'Connell. Sun Devils down 3-0 early.
Absolutely, and we're talking about how great of a job Cameron Moore was doing after those shakeups early.
Timeout, McRobbie.
Definitely want to get a team together, try to pull things together, try to figure out how to stop this CSU team, or at least get something in the net before the end of the quarter. 4:55 to go. Of course, 4 quarters, 4 15-minute quarters here in MCLA Lacrosse.
Colorado State is dominating ball. They're getting the majority of the ground balls. It's leading to second chance opportunities on the offense. Their offense is very active, lots of off-ball movement, lots of hot skip passes, and ASU's defense isn't really communicating out there.
Plenty of wind out here. We're sitting at about 60 degrees. Well, that might not be much for Colorado State fans. The ASU fans are stuck in their jackets right and in their blankets. I got my beanie on, and the wind, at the very least, hasn't affected CSU at all.
Oh, not at all, man. They're probably used to this.
McConnell with only his second goal of the season. 2 points on the season with those. Hey, ASU lacrosse fans, if you want to get your men's lacrosse merchandise, order online for March 5th. The online store at ASU Lacrosse, ITEmortar.com contains some of the most popular items from the holiday sale, along with some new spring items. Be sure to order before March 5th for your ASU lacrosse gear, and be sure to wear them on out here. We still got 4 more home games, and of course you got all those road games if you're able to trek out too.
Of course, is another ranked-on-ranked matchup for Arizona State. You know, we got Arizona State ranked 14th and Colorado State currently ranked 6th in the MCLA polls.
A top 15 matchup here after ASU dropped out of the top 10. Driscoll, Chamberlain, back at midfield. And back to the scuffle. No dirt. This turf is very well cut, may I say.
Intercepted the pinch and pop. Here's transition. Oh.
Mathian on the break there. He had a good look. Wasn't able to convert, though.
Excellent play by Mathian on the wing to intercept that pinch and pop. Now here's Rhett Rogers.
And a great job by Bradway there, able to pick it up, find that rock quickly on the carpet. Rogers gives on off to Carrasco. Swinging it back up around top.
Emerson, Roth, Perrietti, Carrasco, the first line middies. And look out for Rhett Rogers sitting there on the crease.
Perrietti pulls it back up top. Swinging around to the far side now with Kyle Corona back there. Back behind the rack again. Perrietti with again on the near side, and they keep swinging it around. Trying to find a good look. So far this entire game, they haven't really found anything off of the setup offense instead of a fast break.
I haven't seen many dodges from the Sun Devils yet in this game.
Carrasco gives it on up to Perrietti.
Wow.
We have flags up, but Perrietti puts it into the back of the net.
Perrietti, an and one snipe. You know, he got his arms free, just ripped it. A nice step down, bounce shot. Great location. The shot changed planes. And, you know, this will give Arizona State some momentum if they could capitalize on this extra man opportunity.
So they'll set everything back up. Perrietti, goal number 5 on the season. His 6th point of the year, tying for the most on the ASU squad. And we just talked about this being a ranked matchup. Before the season started, when the schedule came out, every single ASU opponent in the preseason poll was either ranked or received votes. So ASU knew starting the season that they were going to see some very strong opponents coming in.
You know, they're playing 6 non-conference games against 6 teams ranked in the top 10. I mean, that's an absolutely brutal schedule.
Back to the faceoff, and only one of those conference games will be at home. That'll be the Territorial Cup against the University of Arizona.
Nice pinch and pop by Driscoll, and here's Mathian. You know, Ben Perrietti scored that last goal. He's a transfer from Richmond. Spent a year at community college. It's been a long journey for him, but, you know, he found himself here at Arizona State, you know, becoming an engineering major.
ASU trying to set things back up again. 3:20 to go. CSU up 3-1. Behind the rack again. Rogers. They keep swinging around back to the far side again. Almost without hesitation, swinging the rock around and around in a circle as they slowly close in closer to the crease. Ross Andrews, he's sitting out ahead right now.
In their game against Georgia, the extra man unit scored 2 goals. So let's see if they could keep it up.
CSU knocks the ball onto the carpet. Raked back up, though.
Nice job by Colorado State's man down, eating the shot.
Long stick, throws it on up. Kicks it back in transition. Wasn't able to see anything. Looks like that's Ashton Monheiser with it. And looks like they're back up.
You're Sean Sullivan.
They swing it back around. Michael Seaman puts it back up top to Zines. Zines still with it. Substitution, ASU got the long stick out. Meanwhile, trying to attack, and it's Chase Warner in the back of the net for CSU. Now it is 4-1, 2:01 to go in the
Chase Warner with a full head of steam just ran right down the field, called for help, got the ball, and no one slid again. He just ran right down the lane, and just no one's picking him up. Great bounce shot, though.
Still 2:01 to go. The Rams currently on track to score 16 tonight.
2 minutes left in the first quarter here.
Driscoll back at it again with Chamberlain. Still running around. It's picked up by Chamberlain. He's running it the other way in transition.
He's got numbers.
Wasn't able to get the shot off there, so they'll reset it back up top. Sean Sullivan run the point. Up and around. Grant Woods with it now. Now moving it behind the goal line. Extended. Pulls back up now. Zines hesitates. Or it looks like that was actually Monheiser. Here's Zines with it. Woods. Back up to Zines. Rams still far outside of that crease.
Grant Woods cutting through the crease.
McGee finds way past the defender, turns around. Great ball movement. shot just off. It's going to be CSU ball here behind the rack.
Colorado State's doing a great job of dodging and distributing.
Ooh, that would have been a great pass, but just off of the mitt of McGee. Ball almost gets out. Long stick ban away. And he's getting beaten and battered, and we're going to get shoved there. So CSU picks it back up again. Woods up on top. Guarded right now by Mathian. Good find. Great block there by Cameron Moore. ASU takes possession. Moore behind the rack. Picks up the ball.
Excellent save. Great reflexes there to get his stick. Nice and low to the ground to deflect that bounce shot.
Allowed 4 goals. Plenty of saves, though, and that one is just overthrown to Zach Mathian. And on the run quickly, here's Dom Saniar.
There's going to be a yellow call here. Slow down the game.
Zines sends it on over to the far side. Monheiser puts it behind the rack now. Back to the near side. Zach von Kompernol. Run it in. And that one's just overthrown.
Lots of turnovers from both these teams. Lots of sloppy passing.
It is only the second game for the Rams, so you would expect maybe a little bit of rust left over on the number 16. But for ASU, game number 4, that's something they need to get here really quick. 12:27 to go here in the second.
No, especially before SLC play starts.
Coming around now. Hanging out behind the rack in that meticulous offense of the Sun Devils. Schuler swings it around. Looks like that's Brandon Rogers over there on the far side. Back behind the cage again.
Comes Andrew Ross. Getting some PT.
Plenty of patience. Picking up speed. Shot over the top of the rack. ASU taking it back again here. Fresh rock being picked up by Jake Marthins. Marthin's trying to make sure that he was going to get that one to Patrick Haviland without the defense picking up the telegraph. Ross Andrews run towards the rack, puts it behind.
Haviland.
He thought about it there, put it back behind the rack instead. Great spin move, shot off the carpet, blocked by the goalie, and CSU back in possession.
Got an open look.
Warner up the sideline. Coming back middle. Gets checked. He keeps on rolling, takes the shot, can't go coast to coast.
I believe that shot was deflected off Wes Schuler.
I believe you are right. Substitutions quickly running in. It hit the carpet, but that was when ASU was trying to switch players, so CSU was able to pick the ball up in time. Back towards the near side. Here's Derek Allman. Swing around. Looks like that is Chamberlain in the corner. Or nope, a heap. Messing up Monheiser there over in the corner. Run inside. Got stopped partially because of the check there by Jeff Sanchez.
That's how you slide with the body there. It was a great slide, but they got to get the ground ball.
Trying to get him out of bounds. Great save.
There.
That was a great save by CSU, but it was picked up by the Sun Devils.
Upperclassman Nathan Blair. He's got to get the ball out of his stick.
Trying to get to the long stick. It hit the deck. Good pick up there, though, by it looked like Ryan Bradway.
Ryan Bradway playing attack. You know, people expected Haviland to be in that spot, but Bradway's just taken over in that position. And Haviland's played some midfield.
ASU sitting around behind the rack. 9:50 to go. ASU still down 2-4.
Let's go, Emerson. Make something happen, bud.
Putting it back up to the point. Emerson Roth puts it to the far side now. Back to the near side from behind the cage. Rock hit the deck there for a second. Back to Carrasco, though.
9:30 left in the second quarter. Still no goals scored yet in this quarter.
ASU taking their time. They close in on the crease. Hesitates. Falls back out. And looks like they might take another time around. Here's Carrasco. Getting a beating from the long stick right now. Eric Nessigan.
Defense by Eric Nessigan there. The one-handed slash check.
Carrasco thought about going deep. His one's hit to the deck.
Nessigan's playing great defense right now. Another forced turnover. He's playing well.
ASU able to pick it back up here. 8:45 now to go in the second. Still scoreless for both teams. Parietti puts it to Carrasco on the near side. Roth back to the far side. Behind the rack now. And we're just going to keep calling the same names. Not in the same order, though, as it goes back to Carrasco. Cradling it, waiting for a cut inside. Finds him. Now he'll get a shot off.
Nessigan again extending his stick. Forcing another turnover.
Picked up by Sean Sullivan, and CSU back in possession. Good D there. Able to stop ASU cutting to the rack.
Great defensive series by Nessigan, and then there's a great sellout check right there to get the ball back. That's the type of effort ASU needs.
Coming from the blind side, ASU works back to the offense. Working around on the far side. Thought about taking the shot. Fakes it, though. Carrasco brings it back around. Roth. Back up to Carrasco. Now in the hands of Parietti. They keep on following that circular motion. We've seen less overthrown passes, though, so far this second quarter.
There's ASU setting up a play they're calling 21. So there's a pre-designed play coming up.
See some form of a 2-2-1 or something here. Lots of movement around the crease. ASU will retain possession here. Fresh cupcake picked up. Believe that's Carrasco. Nope. Looks like that was actually Bradaway back behind. Now back in front of the cage. They're trying to find their way in. Good defense. The wand's waving around, and CSU takes the ball. Pass overthrown, though. They can't rake it up. And picked up by the long stick, though, for ASU, Nathan Blair.
Lots of passes are hitting the ground for both these teams.
McRobbie and Fifield definitely cannot be happy with both their squads, and a little bit of sloppiness. 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. Be sure to stick around at halftime. Austin Burnett, Spencer Hardenberg, and Ethan Schmidt going to bring you your halftime entertainment. Trying to work things around once again. Marthin's with it. Outside now with Schruler. Wayne on a little bit of movement. Gives it on up to Rogers.
Brendan Rogers now. Andrew Ross.
Back to Schuler. Missed that one again. Easy pickup, though. Trying to find his way by the long stick. Directly behind the gate. Steps back out.
You know, before the game I said Jake Marthins and Parietti. Ooh.
It was a good attempt. ASU still in possession. It looked like that was Patrick Howland there on the attempt. We got yellow all over the field. Few hits to the bucket there.
It's going to be Peter Hull, I believe, headed to the box. Hull, second team all-conference defense. You know, and as I was saying earlier before the game, I said Jake Marthins and Parietti have really only shown to be the only playmakers for the Sun Devil team. And right now they have the only 2 goals for them. So other guys got to get involved.
Only 5 players on the squad average 1 or more points per game, whether it be assists or goals. ASU bank possession once again.
You know, guys like Rhett Rogers and Patrick Haviland who put up great numbers last year.
And it looks like we're going to time out here by CSU.
They gotta get involved. They gotta start putting some shots on net and making plays.
So with 5:09 to go, another break. 4-2 CSU. Currently your leaders. Be sure to stick around at halftime Austin Burnett, Spencer Hardenberg, and Ethan Schmidt will give you some first half analysis for you. Be sure to stick around post-game for them as well. And be sure for any ASU men's lacrosse fans to be ordering your gear by March 5th on the online store, asulacrosse.itemorder.com. Some of the most popular items from the holiday sale. Be sure to order that by March 5th. I am not kidding, guys. Be sure to grab that by March 5th. And once again, thank you to our sponsor to help ASU men's lacrosse and Cronkite sports broadcast team broadcast these events live to you on our YouTube page. All 6 home games here on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network.
You know, in that first quarter there, you see Colorado State's offense definitely seemed to be playing faster at a quicker pace, and they seem to be playing better and more efficient. But in the second quarter, it's been pretty even. You know, both teams are dropping passes, throwing low passes, and both goalies have been playing pretty solid.
And when we talk about the struggles with ASU, they dropped 6 spots in the first poll of the season, first regular season poll from the preseason poll. But they're not the only team that dropped. Last year's champions, Chapman, they lost 11 spots. They went from 1 to 12. So ASU not the only struggling powerhouse here in the MCLA. Definitely something you can adjust from, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early in the season. There's a lot of these non-conference games going on. Once these teams get settled and they all build chemistry, you know, these teams will be back to where they are expected to be.
16 teams make the MCLA tourney at the end of the year. ASU sitting on edge right now at number 14. Over 50 schools in the league, so you got to be watching your back at all times. Trying to scoop it to a teammate, and it's going to be CSU for a second. They're still battling for the rock.
Great defense there by Perry Schwinger to slash it away, and that's what caused the ball to be on the carpet.
Still fighting for it. We're going to get some whistles now.
It's going to be Colorado State ball.
And they're going to be on the attack quickly here in transition. Monheiser decides to give it on up, though. He hesitated. On the run behind the rack. Seaman runs it all the way around for full circle just about. Trying to run away from his defenders here.
You know, this is not a great position for the Sun Devils. They have some of their offensive middies playing defense right now.
And you can't go back. There's only allowed to be 6 defensive players on the half of the field, so you got to get one back on the other half of the field, essentially giving CSU a man up if you want to switch them out.
Yeah. Sean Sullivan now. He's going to cut to the crease. And
I don't even think that he's passed in the last 30 seconds. He's just been running around.
Yeah, Michael Seaman's just running circles around this defense right now.
Hey, if they're able to stall for the next 2 quarters and 3 minutes 40 seconds, they're up by 2. So not a bad ideology there, but I don't know.
Yeah. Here's Ashton Moonheiser.
Looking around for a pick there. And CSU taking more time than ever, so far away from the crease right now.
Moonheiser, another last year, he was second-team all-conference, and that's in a good conference with the Rocky Mountain.
Absolutely. This is a Rocky Mountain conference and a Southwestern conference here. Allowing a couple of subs to come in here.
Become some fresh legs for the Rams.
Chase Warner back to the game. They bring it back around to the near side, back behind the rack now. Looks like that's Blake Warner back there. No goals scored here in the second quarter. 2:50 to go before halftime. Zines gets stopped, trying to work around his defender. Gets by, slips up.
He had a step on Mathian, but then he slipped, and that's why he had to get the ball out of his stick.
These players so lucky. We have had dew here the last 3 mornings in Arizona, and today's probably the least dewiest of the week, so they get a fairly dry field to work on tonight. Once again, though, I'm sure CSU is used to cold temperature, and the long stick taking it away. Here comes ASU on the fast break. Oh, good slash, though. That was number 21, Zach Long there on the pick.
Zach Long, usually playing on the wings, plays great defense, intercepted the skip pass, and now here comes Rhett Rogers.
Rogers on the attack, picked up. Not sure what to do with it, goes behind the rack. Rock now in the hands of Marthins. Back now behind the rack, centered up. Marthins again. $1.50 left in the second quarter. Carrasco. Roth.
Nice little flip here.
Taking their time as usual. I was watching the away game, and I believe it was Georgia Tech, and they could not stop talking about how much time ASU likes to use on the offensive end.
Yeah, they like long, methodical possessions. They like to work the defense, and that's what really works for them, getting long possessions, finding the mismatches, and it's been really helpful for them this season rather than to rush a shot.
Perrietti, there's a shot right there. Goes off of some Rams, so ASU retains possession. Picking up a Pearl. I believe that's Carrasco there on the other side of the field. Swinging around, comes back to the far side. Ball's loose, picked up there by Perry Schwindiger.
Another turnover, and the Rams have transition. They got a fast break.
Flag down on the other end of things. Shot in the back of the net for the Rams. First goal of the quarter.
Tic-tac-toe. That was from Brandon Dite. He had a nice look.
Looks
fed
like
the ball right on the crease. And great goal. It all started from that turnover that led to fast break.
I believe that was Josh O'Connell, number 3 there. It's hard to see him there behind a pack of Sun Devil and Rams.
Yeah, it's Josh O'Connell. He just sat right in front of the crease. Eyes up, got his stick up. Nice fake and finish.
So with 52 seconds to go, CSU extends their lead 5-2. ASU at the very least slowed them down since CSU scored 4 in the first quarter.
All of CSU's goals this game have been close to the cage. You haven't seen a lot of long-distance snipes.
New face-off man here for ASU. I believe that looked like
Mathian's in now.
Looks like.
Trevor Driscoll, he's definitely been worked here by Adam Chamberlain. Chamberlain's an All-American, so now they're going to switch it up and try with Zach Mathian, who was a third-team All-Conference face-off guy himself last season.
Mathian only has 1 face-off so far this year. This is his second, and not going to be able to pick it up, so losses on both face-offs this year so far. We'll see if he stays in and see if ASU's tried something new there on the face-offs.
They switched up their goalie. Now they're switching up their face-off guy, so it's so early in the season, and these teams are still trying to figure out who they are. Who's going to fill what personnel, especially before conference play.
So another break with 36 seconds to go. We'll see what they draw up here. Not a lot of time once they reset here.
I feel 36 seconds is enough to get it settled, spin it around once, and then attack. They got to dodge. I haven't seen too many isolation dodges. It's just they're just trying to spin it up, trying to feed it too much, and they're throwing way too many low passes.
A crisp 55 degrees here in Glendale, Arizona. Of course, we are far away from any other ASU sports, about an hour away from Tempe, depending on traffic, of course. But extremely interesting. This is the second year that ASU Lacrosse has been here at ASU West. Before that, they were at a sports conference back in Phoenix at Reach 11 Sports Complex, and about 5 years ago, they were on the Tempe soccer field. So this is actually the first time that CSU has played here at ASU West.
Yeah, it's a nice field, nice views here in Glendale. And it's a nice venue.
Definitely something else. The only sports hosted here at Arizona State University West Campus. And really the only place for it, no basketball court other than the couple pavement ones across the way. A little bit of a softball field, but not much, and not enough room for soccer. So CSU about to reset things. We'll see what they do. Warner putting it to the near side. Behind the cage. 25 seconds. Ball almost popped up and lost. They still got possession, though. Second rotation here. And there it is, the execution there for CSU. Number 7, Blake Warner, finds the back of the net.
Blake Warner just exposed the defense, cuts right down the middle. Nice backdoor cut. No one communicates. No one slides. Catches it in stride and just shoots it through the 5-hole.
And with 15 seconds to go, the Rams take a 6-2 lead on the Arizona State University Sun Devils.
That was an excellent offensive possession from the Rams. They just spun it around, and then Blake Warner just ran right through the middle of the defense.
And it looks like we're going to get Driscoll back in here on the face-off here. Probably our last face-off here in the first half. Be sure to stick around. Halftime analysis coming on up. Austin Burnett, Spencer Hardenberg, Ethan Schmidt. They'll give you some great coverage. Driscoll just can't pick it up. Here comes John Sage on the run. They don't got a lot of time. 3 seconds for CSU. And behind the cage, and that is going to be it. At the end of 30 minutes, the Colorado State University Rams lead the Arizona State University Sun Devils 6-2.
Colorado State's offense looks very efficient. Cameron Moore, a solid first half of his first start, and we're at halftime.
So before we head to our halftime entertainment, shall we call it, what are you expecting now the second half here from ASU? Only 2 goals for the Sun Devils.
I'm expecting more one-on-one dodges. They have to find mismatches. Colorado State's running all over them. They got to get their sticks up, less sloppy passes, and I think someone else for this offense has to step up besides Ben Parietti and Jake Martins.
Their season low is 5 goals. That was their home game against the Seminoles of Florida State just a couple weeks ago. They lost that one 5-6. They are on pace to only score 4 right now. Meanwhile, CSU is hoping to be able to keep on moving up in the rankings right now with a possibility of moving to the top 5 with a win against number 14 in the nation, ASU.
Yeah, they've looked good, and I'm looking forward to an exciting second half.
And
Wrap it up.
All righty, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, half number 2 of ASU versus CSU. This is Walter Cronkite Sports Network. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the halftime show. I'm Spencer Hardenberg with Ethan Schmidt and Austin Burnett. We have a 6-2 game right now, Colorado State over Arizona State. They jumped out. It was looking like a blowout, but Arizona State came back, and then Colorado State pulled out later in the second half. So what's the biggest problem with the defense right now, Ethan?
Well, the defense for Arizona State's just leaving a big hole right up the middle. Blake Warner's been making excellent cuts right in the middle, right in front, getting huge chances. He's got 3 goals already after the first half.
Absolutely. There has been a lot of penetration, and there's been a big problem because they don't have the usual stud net, Austin.
Yeah, Johnny Perliti, he's been out all week with the flu. You're only allowed to miss 1 practice a week. He's missed 4 this week. I just talked to Wes Schuler, and he said that Johnny has, he's missed 4 practices, so he's out for the game. But defense needs to step it up. I mean, six goals compared to ASU's 2. It's not going to work out unless they start stepping it up here.
Yep, so you saw it there. We'll see if ASU can come back in the second half. Stay tuned.
University West Campus, we're underway for the second half. And this scrum is going to be called for CSU, or for ASU rather. And they're thinking about going over there on the fast break, wasn't able to. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Devin Henry. Next to me, Nick Shealy, bringing you the second half. Some great halftime analysis for you.
There's Patrick Haviland in that attack. He didn't play too much attack in the first half. He's played some midfield, but now he's in that attack behind at X.
30 minutes left to go in the game. ASU down by 4 goals.
Early performances of the game would have to be Blake Warner, hat trick for the Rams.
Absolutely. Warner now 6 points on the season, all those being in the goal category. Now the leading scorer for the Rams on the season. On the run, trying to close in on that crease. Finds a good look. Goes high and possibly off of a wand of a Ram. That was Haviland.
It was a good look there to Haviland.
Back into action here. ASU starts off behind the cage. Try to get to Rhett Rogers there. He was right there by the crease. Good defense, though. Shot. It's going to be a grandma goal off the back of the net. Couple of wands hit the floor, and CSU takes the ball.
Comes a clear. There's Rhett Rogers on the ride.
Alec Glacier trying to do something here.
Nice cross-field pass there.
Nick Pfeiffer with it now.
Alec Geister. Last year, he was a second-team all-conference. Nice pass on that clear.
Whistle pick up by CSU.
They got to get in the hole.
Quickly on the run. If they find a hole, they'll take it. Doesn't find one that time, so Seaman's going to give it on up. Monheiser swings around. He previously had the season high before the hat trick tonight by Warner.
Cameron Moore in cage. We just got word from Jack Harris, one of our Walter Cronkite lacrosse coverage specialists, that Johnny Perliti had the flu this week. So that is indeed why Cameron Moore is in cage tonight.
Missed all week. You heard it during the halftime show. Be sure to check out his recap for tonight's game. Be sure to join us on Saturday for ASU versus Colorado.
It's an ugly turnover there.
So fresh rock here for the Sun Devils. Ball hits the floor to the long stick. Picked up, though. Zach Long on the run.
Nice
Drexel
recovery
Hill,
there by
Pennsylvania.
Zach Long. After dropping the pass. That was low.
Throwing it around. Jeff Sanchez, graduate from Skyview High School. Schuler now. Mentioned him in the halftime show as well. Brandon Rogers now, Dana Point, California. Running around. Back to Schuler now. Ball's on the floor. Slapped away, trying to dive on top of it. And we're going to get a pack of Sun Devils and Rams.
Great defense there by Brandon Dite to initiate the contact, and that's what led to them getting the ball back, essentially.
Alec Geiser.
Rams doing a great job of leaving ASU's offensive middies on to play defense.
11:30 left here in the third quarter. Rams up 6-2 on the Sun Devils. Up point, Grant Woods. Hesitates, puts it back goal line extended, now behind the cage. Trying to sneak up behind it. Good pass. Dropped, though. Pass was intended for Brian McGee. McGee able to rake it on up, though, and looks like they'll reset with Josh O'Connell up top. Wind has died down oh so slightly here in Glendale, Arizona. Still slowly dropping towards the 50-degree mark, still around 55. Certainly different from our first game, and this one's going to roll out, bounce right to us.
It's another turnover.
Fresh rock.
He's got to get back. Could have gotten a really.
Official didn't like that one. Haviland pulls it in.
Haviland looking for the quick start there.
He was ready to go. Kendall Griffin with it now. Flips it on up. He'll head out.
Comes Parietti coming in from the box.
Carrasco gets his pick. Looking for him. Shot. No good.
Nice pick there. That's what allowed him to get his hands free, and it was a nice shot. Frank to the top corner.
Sophomore Frank Colhane now in goal for the Rams.
Yeah, you don't see too many teams too often rotating in two goalies.
Absolutely.
So that just shows the amount of depth this team has.
4 saves.
And there's a nice save.
Make it 6 saves on the season now. Only 2 goals allowed for the sophomore. And Rams learn to attack again.
He's got Nick Preffer right open.
Sullivan. Sin right on midfield.
Oh.
Shot. Goal number 26, Michael Seaman.
Ashton Moonheiser was running, and the defender on him slipped, and that's what led to Seaman to be wide open. He drew the flag. It's going to be an and one, and a great placement on the shot.
So looks like we're going to be getting a man down here on ASU sides of things. 9:40 to go in the third. CSU extends their lead 7-2.
A lot of these goals have been like just right in the heart of the defense. I really got to work on that communication, especially now that they're going to be man down.
Absolutely. And now back to the face-off. Number 22, Zach Mathian, out of Knoxville, Tennessee, back into the face-off deck.
You should see Chamberlain direct the ball towards John Sage since they're man down. There's no Sun Devil winger on John Sage.
There goes a pile of dust. They're yelling out right now, and there you go. They're yelling, Sage, you're free.
Here comes John Sage.
And quickly gives it back up. They'll swing around back to that near side, though. It's going to be Zines with it. You see him there, swinging it back. Chase Warner puts it around. Now it's behind the gate, coming back to the near side. Blake Warner, he's got a hattie. How about going deep shot? It's probably a fake. They move it back around through the circle as they close in on the crease.
Constant cutting by Blake Warner in this possession.
Here's Chase Warner. Tries to underhand it, basically. No good. Pass behind the shoulder of the long stick.
It's a sidearm shot, but didn't really change planes, so that's going to be an easy save for Cameron Moore.
Lost track of the ball. It's going to be CSU ball.
A lot of sloppy passing on the clears. You see Cameron Moore, he's done a nice job of making some excellent saves, but clearing, he's been sloppy with the ball.
Makes it tougher when CSU is always in attack mode. That shot left of the cage.
Great rides throughout the whole game from CSU. They're not giving ASU any clearing space.
Bringing it back around now, Zach Van Compriolno. Back of the gate, far side, coming back up. Defense there by the long stick. On the run.
Dodge. That's going to draw two. Someone's open.
Trying to find him as ASU scrambles, and it's in the back of the net. Colin Zines in the back.
What happened was Van Campernelli's downhill dodge drew a second defender, and that's what left one person open. Excellent job of finding the open man in Colin Zines. A nice time and room shot, a stinger, high heat, and Colorado State's running away with it in the third quarter.
Driscoll coming back to face off for ASU. 8:04 to go in the third, and now it is a 6-point lead for the Rams. There's the pile of dust. And it looks like we might have another win here for Chamberlain as they're still fighting around on the carpet. Shoveled up by the long stick. It looked like it was John Sage. Lots of rolling around here. On the near side, putting it behind the cage.
Colorado State's been dominating on the faceoffs, and that's why they're dominating in time of possession. You know, I haven't seen too many ASU possessions in this third quarter at all.
Absolutely, and we are now exactly halfway through the third. CSU has been all in control so far this quarter. And essentially with that comes the entire half so far. Grant Woods coming back to the near side with Brian McGee.
Here's a dodge. Beats his man. He's got it.
Shot blocked. Cameron Moore again.
Nice shot on goal there by McGee after beating his man off the split dodge.
First start for the sophomore. So far so good. He's allowed 8, but for how long CSU has been in attack mode tonight, that ain't too shabby.
No, not too shabby at all.
Once again, behind the gate.
Nice skip pass. Here's McGee.
Running, shot in the back of the net. Number 18, the junior Brian McGee.
You know, ASU's defense, just no one slid to McGee. McGee made a nice shake and bake move. Got his nice bounce shot right through Cameron Moore's legs. And you know, ASU's defense really has to start communicating because Colorado's exposing them on their mismatches.
Lead extends to 7. 6:46 to go in the third quarter.
You know, expect the Rams to move up in the polls this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. And they can't go up much more. They're only at 6. They'll be taking on number 5, Grand Canyon University, up next. So that'll really tell them exactly how high up they should be, if they should be a top 5 school or not. New face-off for, nope, it looks like that's going to be 22, it's going to be Mathian again. And ASU takes it. Mathian there on the near side. He's going to throw it on back to Moore.
You know, from face-off to D-midi from a year ago, I think Zach Mathian has made an excellent transition to short-stick D-midi.
Absolutely. Can't agree more.
I think he's one of the most athletic players on this team. You know,
there's a check.
great job
CSU
playing in
scoops it up.
defense.
ASU trying to take some swings, but it's going to be CSU possession once again. Peyton Trask cradling it around.
More bodies coming in from the box.
Monheiser swinging it back around. Gets it back. Designs and points out of San Clemente, California. A total of 16 states on the ASU roster represented for one of the most diverse rosters state-wise in the MCLA.
You know, yeah, I remember them playing Florida State, checking out their roster, and like 90% of their roster was from Florida. But, you know, this ASU team has done a nice job of recruiting, nice job of getting some transfers, and that's what leads to, you know, such a diverse group.
And that's a lot, knowing how many big schools are over here on the West Coast in the Southwestern Lacrosse Conference.
Yeah, there's a nice sidearm shot there from Ashton Mornheiser. And
coming up behind the gate. Thought they might try to take a shot there. Instead, gives it off to Chase Warner. Shot that time is off as well. CSU will retain possession. Another cupcake picked up on the side of the course.
You know, you got to think that these long poles are getting worn out. This is 3 straight long possessions, you know. It was the beginning of the third quarter when ASU first had the ball, and I haven't seen them have too many possessions at all in this quarter.
And for the ASU defense, of course, it's going to be exhausting. For the CSU offense, you might be getting tired, but you love nothing more than to do this the entire game.
Yeah, they're just spinning it and dishing it, you know.
Zines on the run, met by a couple of Sun Devils, spins around, lost his defender. Shot off to the left.
You know, there's a quick double there, and then I believe it was Kyle Corona who backed out, and that's what led to the open shot there. He has to close out on him.
4:40 to go. CSU still up 9-2. Coming around the backside of the gate. Couldn't figure anything out there. Another shot. Another great stop by Moore.
Excellent low-to-low save. Once Mathian gets this ground ball, he's got transition. He's got a fast break.
On the run, ASU in the back of the net.
I believe that is Mathian to Martins. A nice sidearm bounce shot on the run. Great pass in transition, and it all started from that save from Cameron Moore.
Martins.
You know, Todd McRobbie's upset now because he wants a flag there for that late hit on Martins. You know, he thought that's unnecessary roughness.
At the very least, though, without or with the flag, and
Coach
I think,
McRobbie
yep,
just, you know,
yep.
just caused a face-off violation, and here comes the CSU Rams. You know, I really don't believe that, you know, the officials should have the power to just give the ball back to the Rams like that with Todd McRobbie's disputing a call. You know, I thought that was a late hit on Martins and should have been a flag there.
Nonetheless, ASU at least got a goal out of it with 4:15 to go. They're still down 3-9, though. CSU trying to crack double digits. It'd be for the second time this year. They scored 18 against Dominican on February 19th in their first game. Speaking of 18, there's number 18, Brian McGee. Sitting around behind the cage.
He's been scoring some goals this game, man. Ooh, nice check there by Nathan Blair.
Back under CSU control, though, and picked up by McGee. Grant Woods. 3:20 to go in the third. Shot. And looks like that one might have went off of a few magic wands there, but they stay in possession. O'Connell chased outside. Was chased out there by Trevor Sisto. Slips up, and that's gonna get some flags apparently.
High check by Jeff Sanchez, and the flags are all over the place.
3 of them.
Arizona State's gonna go man down, and you know everything's going Colorado State's way right now. You know,
And it
from them
seems
getting
to
the
have been that
face-off.
way from the first 15 seconds of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
That first goal and everything since then has been uphill for CSU. 3:08 to go. The Rams up 9-3. We got a pause in action. They're letting the teams huddle up as they clean up all the mustard off the carpet right now.
Yeah.
3 flags down onto the field, and now we're gonna get some discussion at the officials table.
You know, even though 9 goals have been scored in the third quarter, you know, things have not been easy for Cameron Moore. A lot of these goals have been off backdoor cuts. They've been goals close to the cage. You know, some of them, of course, he could have saved, but he's also made some really excellent saves.
And especially for the amount of offensive possession time that CSU has held this game.
Sun Devils have barely had the ball in this quarter.
Working it around the back of the cage once again. Blake Warner drops it on the deck. Trying to take it away is Paul Koschler.
Great job of pushing out right now by Niall McLaughlin. And that's great extra man down defense there to get the ball back. Mathian's going to get doubled. Someone's going to be open.
2:40 to go in the third. We got another 17 minutes, 40 seconds of lacrosse action
Look at
for
Mathian
ya.
fly, man. He's running. Look at him fly.
Man on a mission.
Great wheels there by Mathian.
Gives it off to Bradway, and for about the first time tonight, he's sitting on the other side of the rack now.
Here comes Parietti.
Sin towards the point. ASU taking their time, getting the players that they want on the course. Carrasco now sitting up on top. Parietti. Back to Carrasco. Sitting on the near side, spins around, picked back up, crosses over. Cradling. My goodness, did he just fake a pass? I don't even know if I could do that with one of those sticks.
Yeah, nice pass fake.
Able to keep it in the
comes
sack.
Martins.
Martins with it. Currently picked up by Alec Gieser. Shot off left, out. ASU retains possession.
That's a nice shot on goal there by Patrick Haviland. Just got to put it on cage.
$1:27 to go in the third quarter. ASU puts it back in play. That was Brandon Rogers throwing it in.
Comes up.
Parity puts it to the far side. On his tiptoes, putting it behind the cage. Fouled out coming up from behind. Good pass, trying to cut. Good job not seeing anything. Was able to get it back to an offensive player. Bradway trying to make some magic behind the gate. That pass just off the mark. ASU still in possession, though.
You know, ASU's doing a good job of settling and taking their time. They haven't had the ball in a while. They're not rushing shots. They're not trying to get a quick shot off. They're, trying to see what's there for them.
Brandon Rogers puts it to the back deck. Pass overthrown. And it looks like Parietti gets there in time before it goes out of bounds. ASU still on the offensive attack idea right now with 30 seconds to go in the third. Parietti trying to run in. Works it around, looking at the cage. Doesn't see anything, though. Bradaway calling for some movement.
Rhett Rogers isn't out there right now on offense.
7 seconds. Trying to cut in. Ball's loose and got it in!
Wow.
How did he do that? Fell on his knees, got back up, somehow got that sucker in the mid and puts it in the back of the net.
Tommy Carrasco showing great effort on this goal. He falls on his knee, gets up, an absolute circus shot. And ASU gets some momentum heading into the fourth quarter.
ASU down 9-4, 4 seconds to go, but that might just be the goal of the night.
It's a highlight play right there.
And you can watch that play over and over again on Walter Cronkite Sports Network YouTube page and all of our live lacrosse events. Back to midfield again.
Holding
ASU.
1 second. They got to get a shot off. Oh,
They're being called back.
Nathan here, he just has to wind up and let it rip.
And that was
goodness.
just left.
That was really close,
So at the end of 3, it is the CSU Rams leading the ASU Sun Devils 9-4. And remember, Sun Devil fans, if you want to order your ASU men's lacrosse merchandise, and there's a lot over on the website, you got to order it before March 5th. That deadline is coming on up. ASUlacrosse.itemorder.com. Some of those popular items from the holiday sale, new spring items, whatever you're looking for, be sure to order that by March 5th. And also, we got some good CSU fans out. I mean, both bleachers pretty well packed. But got to give a shout out to the CSU fans here. Plenty of class. They came over, talked to us a few times, had some good conversation. Some great fans over there on our right side.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of great Colorado State fans making the trip from Colorado, and they're used to this type of weather.
And actually,
blankets and sweatshirts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, and I mean, they're at least used to this weather. You're shivering out here because you forgot your jacket.
I did. I forgot my quarter zip. I'm shivering out here, and still excited to be here, though. I will say that.
Great night for lacrosse. We still got 4 more games, 4 more home games coming up for you. The most recent of which will be on Saturday against Colorado.
Biggest thing for me in that third quarter was Colorado State was just dominating the amount of possession. ASU had very little possessions. They had some great series, though. Fantastic circus goal by Carrasco. But if Colorado State keeps dominating the faceoffs with Chamberlain, they should be able to close out this game early in the fourth.
Long stick, ironically in the hands of Zach Long to start us off. Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania.
Here's Zach Mathian now taking, I believe, the second faceoff of the game. He's going up against Chamberlain.
Chamberlain has been rock solid so far tonight. He came into the game 18-3 in face-offs already, and he's been dominating tonight.
Both these Fogos were named all-conference last season, so this was a pretty good matchup.
Setting up the ball, getting ready for the pile of dust to fly out. And the final 15 minutes is underway. ASU down 5.
Nice stalemate here on the face, and Chamberlain gets it out.
That might have been the slowest stalemate that we have seen all night. Pulls out, though, Michael Seaman on the run on the near side. Seaman being whacked by that long stick, gets to the center. Ball hit loose, though.
That was a great job of sliding there by ASU's defense.
Picked up by CSU, though. Good defense, though. That was Kyle Corona there, making sure that there wasn't a chance that they're going to get an open opportunity. Corona working in the back end right now, trying to hold back Blake Warner, who has a hattie tonight. That one rips, and that one goes off the side of the goal.
That was a fast shot. Nice high heat velocity.
Apparently, Seaman was the granny in that granny goal.
Cole
That one
Campbell's
goes
gotta
off the
close
back.
out on that.
Swinging around. McGee with it. Trying to lose his defender. Run in towards the crease. Shot. No good.
You know, McGee, during this game, he's done a fantastic job of dodging and creating offense.
Cameron Moore still putting in the work there in the goalie crease. Whistle get back into play. O'Connell on point. Sitting there on top, number 3. CSU in the green, ASU in the white. Swinging around behind the gate. McGee. Running, getting whacked by that stick.
Alex Rocha played pretty good defense there. Nice clean D.
Great whipping around there. Couldn't find an opportunity, though. There's a shot just over the crossbars. It looked like Grant Woods there trying to get one in. CSU retaining possession. 13:22 to go in the fourth and final quarter. Ball's in the air and right around the crease. And it's picked up by Cameron Moore, and that could have been devastating.
Here comes Jeff Sanchez. He's another quick D-midi for these Sun Devils.
Trying to get a point here in possession, and he hits the deck.
Draws the flag.
And he's a little bit shaken up on the play.
Looks like he got poked in the neck or the eye or something. He slips, and he looks pretty banged up. And here comes an extra man offense for the Sun Devils.
Ryan Bradaway being a gentleman, trying to pick up the officials' mustard on the ground. Marthins will reset for the Sun Devils with 13:03 to go in the fourth and final quarter. Be sure to stick around for the post-game show as well.
Rhett Rogers is back in the game.
He's seen a little bit of a somewhat extended break for his ASU squad.
From what we're used to seeing.
Back behind the gate. Carrasco. And you see this offense just slowly start to move in on the crease as they run around. Ooh, ball on the ground, and CSU able to take advantage.
Great defense there by Peter Hull on Marthins.
Looks like CSU has 3 long sticks out on, at least out on the field. Great save.
Great save. Nice.
You got to give credit where credit's due. Grant Alfred there on the save. ASU took it away, though.
Fantastic ride there by Nestigen. And ASU's extra man offense hasn't been as efficient as it was in these past games.
Carrasco wings it, and that one goes over the top.
Great close out there by Nestigen.
New Pearl coming on out here for the Sun Devils. 12 minutes to go. CSU still leads 9-4. Bradway behind the gate. Pulls it way back outside to Ross Andrews. Working it back around. A couple defensive players getting some calls from the sideline as they wait for the ball to return. Shot, bottom corner of the net.
Perrietti, again, his second goal of the game, ran right through runs through the defense, gets his arms free, and it was great placement on that shot. A nice low bounce shot. Goalie whiffed on it, and Perrietti, 2 goals in this game.
Sixth goal of the season for him as well.
He's been a huge playmaker this season.
And definitely one that we're going to be hearing a lot more of as the season moves on. 11:34 to go. Score is 9-5. ASU has closed it down to 4, but it might just be too little too late as time will continue to click on down. And the intensity is going to have to start picking up here soon.
11 minutes, still a lot of time left, but they got to start winning faceoffs.
Most likely going to start right here, but it's going to be picked up by CSU. Ball falls out of the long stick. ASU trying to take advantage, trying to kick the ball around. Ball back on the carpet again.
Lots of physical play in this ground ball scrum.
Absolutely. And it looks like CSU will be the final decider, grabbing it.
It's going to be a fast break right now.
It's 3-on-4.
Ooh. Tried to force the skip pass, and here's a GB. Mathian now, his turn.
Ball hit the deck, did a good job picking it back up, though. And they're going to set things up. Send at points Driscoll out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Should get it in the box. Get settled.
Another 21 call here by CSU. Carrasco. Taking his time. 10:30 to go in the fourth. Sun Devils down 9-5 still. Good ball movement. That one just off the mark, though.
That was a 5-yard pass. They were too close to each other, and that's what caused it to fall on the floor.
On the run.
For it.
Schwimwinger on the run. Good defense, though, by ASU. CSU will retain possession, though. Grant Alfred gives it on up to Sean Sullivan. Going to take their time. Couple substitutions. Call for the ball. Good swipe.
Kayak check there.
Colin Zines now with it.
Niall McLaughlin on that check earlier. And
trying to work it. 9:30 to go, and they don't need to take their time on offense. They just need to waste their time on offense, and this one will be over quick. Ball bounces off the ground a few times. ASU can't take advantage.
those are the type of ground balls the D-Middy's got to attack. They can't let Colorado State pick those up.
Zion's good pass inside. Great stop, though, by Cameron Moore.
Cameron Moore's been making a lot of excellent low saves. The shots that have been giving him the most problems have been those shots that with high velocity and high heat towards the corners of the net.
Freshman graduate from Basha High School here in Chandler, Arizona, Kendall Griffin runs it upfield. He'll head back out. Ball flies out. It'll be retained by Ryan Bradway.
Here comes Wes Schuler.
Plenty of times we said his name. He's with the Rock now. Carrasco now up top on point. 8:40 to go. ASU still down.
Here's that second midi line of Schuler, Rogers, and Haviland. Haven't seen too many runs from them in this game.
Haviland gives it on up. Oh, that one could have been a sweet play.
Good look.
Looks
there.
like it went off the net, though. The net of the stick, rather, I should say. And again,
Nathan
ASU.
Blair got called there for the hold, and it's going to be Colorado State ball. Yo, people got to pick.
Ooh, and that one was straight in the bucket, and you can see immediately he regrets it. And I think we had a whistle before that flag. We have whistles from opposing sides of the field right now.
Colorado State called a timeout, but timeout seems to be before the flag, but they're going to keep the flag. And
Well,
it seems like the flag will be picked up.
So timeout was called first, so CSU timeout.
Nathan Blair would have gone close to the slash there, and a lot of the fans are outraged.
Yeah, they're definitely happy that one got picked up. 8:05 to go here in the fourth and final quarter. Your score is CSU 9, ASU 5. ASU currently tied with their season low of 5 goals. Looking ahead for both teams, CSU, they are going to stay on the road here on Saturday. They take on Grand Canyon University, who's ranked 5th. You won't see them here on Walter Cronkite Sports Network, but they're just in Phoenix. That game will be on the road for ASU, so later in the year during conference play, definitely go out to Grand Canyon University, look at the campus, meet a few people, and go cheer on some Sun Devils.
Sounds like a great day, and it also does not get easier for the Sun Devils as they play Colorado.
Oh, no. Everyone left other than Utah Valley on this schedule for ASU is either ranked or received votes in the latest poll that came out, I believe it was yesterday. First up is Colorado. That's going to be on Saturday. They're ranked 2nd in the nation. Then on March 4th, they're going to host number 4 in the nation, BYU. And then on the 6th, they'll host number 16 in the nation, Virginia Tech.
I mean, even if Colorado State goes on to win this game, as an Arizona State fan starting 1-3, I would not panic. You got to understand that these teams they're playing are the best teams in the MCLA.
This is one of the most difficult schedules in the entire league.
They're playing 6 of the top 10 teams in ranked, so I think this is without a doubt the hardest schedule in the MCLA. They're just getting prepared for SLC. Talking to Coach McRobbie, he says it's these non-conference games that prepares them the most for SLC play.
And everyone in SLC play for ASU is ranked, and not just ranked, but ranked highly, almost all in the top 10.
And winning in the SLC, that's what gets you an automatic bid in the tournament.
And, of course, once you're in the SLC tournament, if you go all the way, you're most likely to see a team like Chapman, the defending champions, in the final round.
Yeah, Chapman's looked good this year. I think got a lot of storylines about the SLC.
An interregional matchup here between two D1 MLCA teams. MCLA, rather.
Mathian's flying.
I heard a whistle there. I think it was unintentional, though. So rock flies out of bounds, and CSU will take it away on the turnover. 7 minutes to go.
I think Zach Mathian has showed great effort this whole game. He's played a really solid game on defense, done a great job of clearing the ball, even as an assist. He looks good. Captain of the team.
CSU, I think they have the maximum amount of 4 long sticks on the field. They play with a lot of long sticks out on the field at once, playing almost at the maximum.
It's very rare to see that. You got the 3 deep holes, you got the LSM. LSM doesn't just run on and run off for the face-off. He's been staying on and playing well.
ASU off the turnover. They're still sitting in the backfield. Gives it off to the goalie, Cameron Moore. He's got that deep pocket there. Waiting for some movement, tries to lead ahead, and it's picked off. Here comes Colin Zines. Goes for the deep shot. Good defense, though, by number 18, Kyle Corona there, the long stick.
Colin Zines did a great job of intercepting the ball, jumping the route. He had an open net and just missed it. It was the deflection from the long pole that really sent that shot not in the net. So that shot could have easily been a goal.
6 minutes to go in the 4th and final quarter. ASU trying to strike again. Back behind the gate. And they're going to take their time. 5:40 to go.
It's Carrasco. Nice dodge, but a great save.
And CSU taking it away. Hey, Troy, after the postgame show, does it come back to us, or do they finish it off? It comes back to us? Back underway. ASU camping out close behind the gate, right around that crease. Pass off the mark, though. Carrasco won't get to it in time.
That was a forced skip pass to Rhett Rogers on the crease.
Rhett Rogers. There's so much AZ talent on the squad, too. The graduate from Chaparral High School in Scottsdale. And it's amazing how much hometown skill they have while also being so diverse, 16 states being represented.
Yeah.
CSU taking their time. All they need to do is waste it. They're up 9-5. 4:45 to go in the 4th and final quarter.
Here's McGahee. Willis McGee, I should say.
Woods puts it to the far side. In the net of Zines.
Brian McGee on that, looking for that backdoor cut. Look, he's cutting towards the crease. They're trying to find him.
Good spin, open space. Still behind the gate.
This Colorado State team's doing a great job of spreading out the Arizona State defense, making quick and concise passes. And they're looking for that opening.
Thought they saw it there. Good stop, though.
Brian McGee was looking for a hat trick.
Already one hat trick tonight. That one was by Blake Warner. ASU on the run. Jeff Sanchez. 3:40 to go. ASU still down 9-5. Still hanging around, taking their time. Brandon Rogers pushes to the far side now. ASU trying to find a way around the defense. Spins around, kicks it back out to Schuler. 3:15 to go.
Isolation dodge. And there's Rhett Rogers on the backside. I haven't seen him take a shot the whole game.
ASU can't seem to dissect the CSU offense, or defense rather.
Good recovery there by Haviland after he missed it. Kept going.
Comes around, he almost had it just wide.
Long dodge to the cage there by Haviland. That's the type of look you want.
Under 3 to play now.
That's a good job of Haviland initiating offense, using his body.
There's a shot blocked though. Good job with the net. Frank Culhane, he took over in the second half. He hasn't seen a lot of shots at him though. It's going to be timeout ASU.
Took over for Jake Bender. You know, it's rare to see a team use 2 goalies, but both these goalies have been playing really well.
And it's so nice as a goalie when the defense. I mean, I think I've only said Culhane's name twice because it's about how many shots that he's had taken at him.
Yeah.
When your defense is playing well enough where the goalie doesn't really need to be mentioned all that much, that definitely proves that your defense is pretty on point this game.
Yeah, their defense has been aggressive. They did a great job of forcing turnovers. And, you know, I feel like Arizona State's offense isn't, you know, they're not dodging enough. They're playing they're just spreading the ball out, and they got to go. They're down 4 goals with 2 minutes.
So 2:38 to go. ASU squad ready to come back out onto the field. Down 9-5. Remember,
John Sage and Eric Nessinger have been, you know, playing great defense for the Colorado State.
Oh,
Rams.
absolutely. And it's not a lot where you mentioned the defensive players individually a lot in a single night, but those are 2 names that have came up so much.
You know, usually with lacrosse, you talk about the guys who are scoring the goals, getting the assists, but, you know, you got to tip your cap to this defense. They've been playing really locked down, done a great job of communicating, and 5 goals is 5 goals, especially with this Arizona State team with a lot of talent.
ASU trying to work things around. And Bradway with it on the near side. Under 2.5 to play now in the 4th and final quarter. Behind the cage. Now on the far side with Rogers. That one's on the ground. Pass bounce, and CSU takes it away. That was Alec Geezer.
Here
on
comes
the
transition, man. They can get a nice tic-tac goal here.
Centers it up. Can't find his way. Getting batted at every other way and has to pull back out.
Now they're going to settle it down. And
so Alfred with it, cradling it.
look for ASU to bring doubles if they want the ball back.
Over on the far side. Zines.
Empty net. Off the pipe.
Oh, boy. That
Off
was
the
close.
pipe, an empty net goal. And comes ASU now in transition. That's a long pole.
Doesn't get a lot luckier than that.
Yeah, it's Kyle Corona on the clear.
Cross field. Looks like that was a shot. Goes out.
You know,
ASU retains.
Haviland's doing a great job of dodging towards the cage. He's being aggressive. You know, I feel like we needed more of that, you know, earlier in the game. Other players.
1:20 to go. CSU looking to remain undefeated, go 2-0. That one's off the top of the bucket. You see the stick bouncing off the bucket there of looked like Peretti.
Tommy Carrasco, Ben Parietti, and Jake Marthins have, you know, all played a fantastic game, but I feel like these are the only playmakers for the Sun Devil offense. I feel like they need to find more roles. Other players need to step up. You know, this is a young midfield. Their second line of middies, 3 freshmen.
1:10 to go. Rhett Rogers puts it in.
It'll all come with time, but, you know, other players got to step up besides, you know, Marthins and Carrasco and Parietti who've been scoring all the goals for them.
Round and around it goes as they close it on the crease. Rogers takes a shot, no good.
High heat, time in the room. Great shot by Rhett Rogers. You know, It's one of the only shots I've seen from him in this game.
Final 55 seconds.
Skip past to Rhett Rogers. There he is. Rogers, 6'4", 200-plus pounds, huge body. You know, he took a first shot, it missed. Called for it again. It was a skip pass right to him, and he ripped an absolute laser beam, a righty rocket. And, you know, they're down 3 goals, but, you know, that was just a great goal by Rhett Rogers.
Rhett Rogers, only his second goal of the year. He led ASU with 33 points last year, off to a slow start this year, but always good to see him get one in the back of the net, try to heat things back up.
That's a good extra man offense goal right there.
47 seconds to go. Scores now ASU 6, CSU 9. Back to the face-off. And underway. It's once again Chamberlain and Driscoll in there. ASU picks it up. Kinda. It's still bouncing around. Finally taken by Moore.
Nice awareness by Driscoll there to flip it to Cameron Moore. And, you know, they got Sun Devils got to get going on this clear.
Trying to work it ahead. Here's Kendall Griffin. Griffin looking ahead. Gets it right behind the gate. Trying to work around. Can't find his way. Change of direction. Trying to find his way to the net. Can't get there.
Haviland.
Nope, it did. Late whistle, but hey, it's in the back of the net.
Unbelievable goal on the inside. Yeah, Haviland, you know, running from X. Makes a nice move inside. Fakes out the goalie. That's another highlight goal.
Now,
ASU slowly creeping up. They're gonna have to win faceoffs if they're gonna win the game. There's
I
17 seconds left.
don't know if I've seen crazier or not, but the score is 9-7 with 17 seconds to go. But ASU has scored twice in about the last 30 seconds. But I don't know. It might be a little bit too late for this team to heat up. Once again, Chamberlain and Driscoll, and Chamberlain quickly gets it out.
I gotta attack that ground ball.
CSU just got to waste the time now. ASU is kind of heat up a little bit.
10 seconds.
Carrasco, wide open. Another one.
Back toe.
One
goal.
It's a 1-point game, but there's only 3 seconds to go.
Martins with the hat trick. Unbelievable aggressiveness. Quick, hot ball movement. High sticks. You know, great ball movement led to ultimately Martins being wide open right in front of the goal. Nice finish. Interesting
move. Mathian will be taking the face-off here. I don't even think that's possible to take a face-off and a shot within 3 seconds.
You know, 3 seconds, I don't see how it's going to happen, but maybe they can get a shot off if Driscoll wins the face-off.
We'll see. All of a sudden, this has become a unique game.
Pitch and pop. Rip it.
And that's it. He did a great job. Fantastic job by Mathian getting the face-off. ASU did not have very many face-off wins tonight, but that one right there, when they were hoping it was going to count, he got, but just 3 seconds is just not enough.
Great pinch and pop by Mathian, but it was too little too late, and this is ASU's 3rd loss by 1 goal.
Speaking of 3rd loss, it's also going to be their 3rd loss of the season. Sun Devils fall to 1-3. CSU rises still undefeated 2-0. Their next game is on the Reagan's Grand Canyon on Saturday. Our next game, you can see this one live here on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network YouTube page. It's number 2, Colorado. Nick, ASU randomly got on fire there in the final about minute. Do you think that they could possibly take this against number 2 Colorado and stay hot?
Yeah, excellent. If they played the way they played in the last minute, I feel like they could play with anyone. Colorado's an excellent team. It's going to be a quick turnaround, but it'll be interesting to see. You know, Rhett Rogers having a slow start to the season, but he got that late goal in the extra man. I think that goal's a huge goal.
So if we take out that last minute, there's 59 minutes to play. What would you like to see in the next 59 minutes of playing Colorado that you didn't see in this game?
More people getting involved. Besides, you know, Parietti, Martins are leading the team in goals right now. They're playing fantastic. You know, I think we need to see more goals by guys like Rhett Rogers. Haviland scored a goal. More guys got to step up and become playmakers. And I think this was a good breakthrough for tonight for the Sun Devils, despite them losing.
Saturday, 1 o'clock, University of Colorado. Once again, ASU fans, be sure to order your gear for March 5th on asulacrosse.itemorder.com. And also a big thank you to our sponsor helping out ASU Men's Lacrosse and Cronkite Sports broadcast team in giving you live feeds for every home game. 1 o'clock Saturday against the University of Colorado. For Austin Burnett, Spencer Hardenberg, and Ethan Schmidt, our intermission people, and for Nick Shealy as well, I'm Devin Henry. Thank you for tuning in to the Walter Cronkite Sports Network's coverage of ASU Lacrosse. We'll see ya on Saturday.